my eyes have seen before I could successfully shoot this video. I shall thank God for life. Anyways, I've made this tea. I've even drank everything since, but I just like the mug. I just want to hold on to it. It was a gift, very thoughtful gift. This is the second mug I'll be getting. The first time someone gifted me a mug, I was thinking, I don't need this. Why are they giving me something like this? But look who's using it now, especially during this period. I even made a tweet. I'm not sure. Did you see it? I made a tweet on how I've been taking care of myself with, having a cold and using hot tea to kick out the cold. Anyways, welcome to my vlog. This is a chill vlog, maybe the second or the third that I am doing, and yeah, I just thought, well, the last video I'm going to post on this channel for the year 2023 should be something chill, something relaxed, and I hope this passes that kind of message across. I just want to do a 2023 recap. I want to recap on my year so far, the wins and I won't say losses, I'd rather say lessons, because whatever you think that you have lost, you've only learned from that experience. I think I got that from John C. Maxwell, and so I'd rather not say my losses, I'd say my lessons. So if it's something that you would like to hear, if it's something that you're interested in hearing with me, then let's go on this journey. And it just took light, but God is still in control. I have too many highlights for 2023 that I cannot even begin to talk about everything at once. I wrote them down, by the way. I'm like that. I don't want to forget anything. I don't want to leave it out, even though I'm very sure I cannot capture every single thing, but I'm going to try my best. I'll start with my wins, obviously. One of the very important things that I am very grateful for 2023 is with regards to my content creation. Very early in the year, I did a lot of bulk creation. I created a lot of content. I recorded a lot of videos. I did so much than I actually thought that I could. I was very, very free in the first quarter of the year, so I spent a lot of that time shooting so many videos, so that by the time that I would get busy, I would have something to still roll out to you people for your consumption. And it really worked. I was so happy to release all that content without fear of, oh my god, it's exhausted, oh my god, there's nothing else left to share. I mean, it did get to a point where I exhausted them, but for the most part I was just releasing content back to back, and I'm so proud of myself for that. Later in the second and third quarter of the year, I had a lot of schooling, I had a lot of studying to do. I was not able to create content as much as I would have loved to. Because I had seen that coming, I decided to prepare ahead for it, and I think I tried. There were lots of other things that could be done in the process when I wasn't busy creating long form content. So aside the long form videos, I was also able to invest in personal development, and this is a very big win for me personally. I spent a lot of time studying, learning, picking up new skills, honing those skills. All of these things are things that I am very much proud of. And the fact that I was able to find some time to sit down and to learn, aside dishing out content all the time, is something that I cherish a lot. And I'm so grateful that in 2023, I was able to achieve that. Another major win, this year we clocked 1 year on YouTube. Such a big win. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for your congratulatory messages. Thank you for your wishes. Thank you for all your support all this while, the encouragement. Those of you who have been following from day one, those of you who joined somewhere along the line, and even you watching this video right now, thank you so much for your support. It made me reflect on how I started, something that I had stalled on for a long time, and then look where we are today, 1 year. It's going to be 2 years very soon, and I just want to be grateful. I just want to be in the heart posture of gratitude every time I remember it. But yeah, so we're 1 year plus, and so far so good. Thank you so much for coming on that journey. That is a big win, and I am super excited to share that with you as well. Another very interesting thing that happened for me this year was I posted a lot of shorts on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, and Facebook. Yes, especially with the Reels feature on those apps. If you did not see any of them, oh my god, you missed out. But the good news is you can still go to my page and see a lot of them. I posted a lot of short form content. They were so easy to make. Of course, they are very easy to make, and because of the busy schedule that I had for the most part of the year, there were things that I could just create on the go and then post it, and before you know it again, I've created another one. It has a short editing time. It has just very easy compared to this long form video that I am sitting down to create right now. And so I found it very easy. It was also something that I enjoyed exploring because I was not always creating shorts before now. And so I did a lot of, short content creation, and I explored it massively. I put it out everywhere. And that was one of the things that even helped us to reach 100 videos on YouTube. That is another huge milestone. We reached 100 videos on YouTube. I am super excited that those daily efforts of consistency, of learning, of research, of putting out content, they paid off. 100 videos. That's a big deal. I also rebranded my website this year. I had created it sometime last year, but I rebranded it temiloluwa.graceowolabi.disha.page. If you haven't checked it, you can do that. Do well to check it out. I am so proud of the work I did there. It's still my go-to one-page website for anything that you'd like to see about me. I recently added new features onto that page, so you can check it out. It has my short bio. It has my links for almost every single thing. You want to reach out to me, you want to access my products, my resources, every single thing that I would like to share with you all is on that one page website. So easy and comfortable. So if you are interested, you can check it out. Another very interesting thing that you want to see me? Oh, no problem. I'm recording a video. An interesting win for me early on in the year was that I began to offer free consulting services to content creators. This one is really a big deal for me, because for me to start a project like that, I usually like to think long and hard about it, ask for a lot of counsel, get people's opinions and things like that. But this one was somewhat spontaneous. I had been thinking about it, of course, but I wasn't ready to start. I didn't even have plans on ground. I just wrote it down somewhere that I was going to offer consulting services. I wasn't sure of what the structure would be like. But early on in the year, someone came to me, like quite a number of people do. Someone came to me to ask me one or two things about content creation, and I gave the person the answer, and I told the person that I was even thinking of putting together, this platform for people to talk to me, ask their questions. And the person was like, great idea, you should do it. And then someone who was passing by heard the conversation and was like, yes, of course, you should start. And I got home that day. I did a little bit of research. I put together the scheduling site, and I started just like that. It's not something that I would normally do. In fact, the official flyer for that consultation came like days later, to show you how really spontaneous it was. Usually when I'm doing something like that, I like to have it all planned out. My marketing strategy is on ground, my promotion, everything is ready before I launch. But this one, I just announced straight up. I told people I'll be offering free consulting service. Just come talk to me if you want to start content creation for yourself, for your business, for your company. And it went on for 2 months. that was a long time that to give knowledge out for free. And people showed up, people came, people booked their sessions. I got a lot of really nice reviews from people, and it helped me to see that it's possible. Anything is possible actually if you commit your heart to it. And that was what gave me the motivation to go the extra mile after offering that consultation service. Another very interesting win for me early on in the year, no, this was towards the middle of the year now, was hosting my very first YouTube live. This one is a very big win for me. The fact that I was able to plan all of it, get the date, the time, the mind behind the whole thing. Similar to the free consulting service, it was something that I had just been ruminating on and I didn't have a clear-cut plan for it. But the minute I had some free time on my hands, I decided, this is the best time to do this. I won't have any other time to be this, less busy. So I put up the message, I shared it to people, and we had our first YouTube live. If you're a part of that session, you can comment down below and let me give you a shout out. It was a very wonderful time. We had a session on content creation clarified. It was 1 hour of sharing my story, answering questions, and that was where we also officially launched the paid consulting session. See, the way everything just continues to lead to another interesting episode. That's what's so mind-blowing for me. And it's one thing that I have learned, that if you don't take one step, you won't see how the next thing will come. If you don't decide, I want to do this thing, you may not receive the inspiration for the next step. And that is how we grow. You won't grow by being static, by sitting down in one place. Anyways, I'm not here to preach. I just want to share my wins with you. So yes, that was a very big moment for me. The fact that we were able to host that live session, it was so surreal in that moment. It was a successful event. I'm supposed to do more of that, but yeah, life happened. Anyways, so I launched the paid consulting session and I gave it away at a very, very affordable price because I didn't want anybody to have the excuse of, I cannot afford it. That is why I have not, showed up. That's why I have not booked a session. So I made sure that this price is something that even if you are trying to save up for it, you won't go too far before you are able to get it at that amount. And so you can check it up. It is on sailor.co/chatwithtemi. You can book your session 1 hour and then we get to rub minds. And this one is not limited to content creation now. This one is focused on yourself, your business, your career, your team, life in general. Just come together, rub minds, and then we talk about practical insights on how to make them work. That is one big deal for me. What else did I do? Still speaking about the paid consulting session, it has taught me a lot of things actually. It taught me persistence. I remember for some weeks I was not saying anything. I was not even sharing the flyer of the consulting session, partly because I was busy, partly because I didn't really like the turnout. People wouldn't quickly show up for something that they have to pay for. So that was a bit discouraging, like, so people are not going to show up for this. And so for some weeks I was not even trying to market it at all. But after some time, my brother told me, pick this thing up again. And I was like, yeah, it's about time. And then I started making noise about it again, started sharing it. I even created content specifically for that. And I saw the turn up again and I was like, wow, persistence. You have to remain in people's sight. You have to constantly put out whatever it is that you are marketing. So it was time for me to even begin to now practice what I was teaching. And so I saw the reward of that persistence. I saw people show up. I saw people get to know about it, which showed me that the first time I was talking about it, some people did not even know. So you have to consistently be in sight and in mind for your customers. Another thing that this taught me was that not everybody will accept your solution. When people see that you have something to offer, some people will be excited and will come. Some no. And this was something that one of the people I went to meet for counsel told me very early on, that you're all about information, enlightenment, But you have to admit that not everybody will agree, not everybody will take the information that you want to give, not everybody will accept it initially. Some people will not even acknowledge that they are ignorant and they need your help. Some are just not even interested. And so I saw that firsthand. I saw people who would come and tell me, oh, I need this, I need this, I need that. And I'll tell them, you know what, let's book a session, I'll make this work out. And that's the end. I'm not going to see them again. I saw some other things that, I would not necessarily like to delve into. But yes, it taught me a lot about how that people can see the solution right in front of them like this, and they won't go for it. That's very, very interesting. I also saw the blessedness of giving, the fact that I was willing to give out that knowledge that I had. Every single time I had a session with a client, I always felt fulfillment. I always, felt so grateful. And it is truly blessed to give. I was so happy. I felt good that I was able to share the knowledge that I had with others. So if you have something on the inside of you that you want to share, please don't hold back. Just give. It is more blessed to give than to receive. I learned that with my consulting service, and it is still on. In case you want to book a session, seller.co/chatwithtemiloluwa. That's where to go. Another thing is I started my email newsletter. Oh my god, this one, it was almost accidental. This one was something that I started when I was making publicity for the YouTube live session. So for the people who booked the consultation session with me, the free one that I started, I sent emails to them inviting them to the YouTube live session, because the YouTube live session, like I mentioned earlier, was tagged Content Creation Clarified. It was just meant to help people who were considering starting creating content, or people who were already creating content. And so I shared it to all the people that signed up for, the free consulting session, to let them know that, oh, apart from this free session, you can now come to what would be sort of like a masterclass and hear how to properly launch your content. And then, because the idea of email marketing had been around, I'd been hearing about it, but again, I felt, maybe I'm not prepared enough for this. I didn't start again. You see, imposter syndrome is a big deal, and you have to overcome it every single time. So yes, I had to just share the emails as a way of broadcasting. That was what I was calling it at the time. Oh, I'm just broadcasting. I'm just telling people about my YouTube live session. But see, after I did it for 2 days, I realized, this is marketing already. You can just start your email newsletter already. Just start. And so I decided, no more procrastination. I started researching, what do I need to know? What do I need to do before I start an email newsletter? And thankfully, I'm subscribed to quite a number of email newsletters. I have my favorite email newsletter, writers, and then I just picked up 1 or 2 things from them, and I launched my email newsletter just like that. And after the first YouTube live session, I started sending personalized emails to members of the newsletter community. It started with just maybe 12 to 20 people, and now we're over 60. It's something that I am genuinely proud of. I've seen people, who would write back, who would reply the emails. I've seen people who would sign up for it, and I'm like, wow, you people really want to come into my email community. That makes me so humble. That makes me so filled with gratitude. I think the highlight for me was when I saw a member of the email community in person. So the email community is tagged chatwithtemiloluwa, and the members are called my chat buddies. So I saw a chat buddy for the first time, and she was the one who recognized me. She was the one who said, "Are you Temiloluwa Grace Owolabi?" And I was like, "Yes." And she was like, "Oh my God, I read your emails." And I was like, "Okay." It was really, really humbling for me in that moment. And I saw that, whatever it is that you're doing, even if it looks like nobody's seeing it, even if it looks like you're not getting the reward instantly, it's working. If you are reaching out to at least one person, you're making impact. And that was so good for me in that moment. It felt like a validation. I'm so happy for that. If you are yet to join our newsletter community, sign up at bit.ly/mychatbuddy. And please make sure to check the welcome message the minute you sign up, the minute you subscribe, and move the mail from wherever it is to your primary inbox. Make sure to check your spam folder, make sure to check your updates folder. Where else can it be? Promotions folder. You can just move it to your primary inbox, or just make sure that you note wherever it is so that you will always know when to get it. I sent one out today, but by the time you're watching this, it's probably not that today anymore. But just to say that it's something that I enjoy doing, and I try as much as possible to keep in touch with my chat buddy and my email community regularly. So make sure that you check it out.